been here this time around. Well, today is May the 4th, and apparently and I guess and it's Star Wars Day apparently. So because if you listen to it May the 4th and May the Force and all that, it's apparently a big deal. Not 100% sure why, but I just go with it, But I'll have to look it up later, But anyway, I guess um I'm doing a video on it just to talk about it, talk about the franchise a little bit, and here I am right now. I know I did a video on it a while back when I was still living in my old house, but I just feel like doing another one. But so yeah, Star Wars, huh? Um, what is there to say about it? Pop culture phenomenon. It's 40 years old, going on 41. Me personally, I've been a fan for many, many years. How did I become a fan to begin with? Well, from what I can recall, my cousin David, he used to let me, I think, borrow some videotapes of the original trilogy and all that, which is cool of him, and which kind of inspired lifelong fandom for me and all that. So yeah, and that's where it all started. My cousin David and videotapes. So uh, yeah, and there's that. Been a fan, of course, throughout my elementary school years, middle school, high school. Yeah, I'm just a lifelong fan. I'm sure you get the point. And see, I've seen all the movies. I own a few expanded universe books, most of which are not canon anymore, if they ever were, according to Disney. The only canon book I have right now is the Ahsoka Tano book. If you don't know who she is, she's one of the canon characters from the CGI Clone Wars TV show and a recurring character in Rebels. So, if I'm being vague, I guess the Google machine. So, yeah, um, like I said, I own a few books. I own all the movies. I've seen them all too. Uh, I've owned action figures of characters, but I don't think I own any that I can immediately think of at the top of my head. I own a few lightsabers too, believe it or not. In fact, my Kylo Ren lightsaber right here. I did a review on it the day I got it, so here it is. I also own the lightsaber that Kanan Jarrus uses. It's blue. If you don't know who Kanan Jarrus is, also Rebels, Rebels came after in the Clone Wars, and Kanan, he was one of the main characters of the show. He was a part of the Ghost crew, and he was one of only two main characters that was actually a Jedi. And the other one being his student, Ezra Bridger. But yeah, I own those two right there, these two blades, and I own a few more that's off camera right now, but I do own them. And I have the movie sitting right next to me right here. In fact, let me show you. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can see any glare, but they're here. I've got the 2004 DVD releases. These are full screen instead of wide. I've also got the prequels, the animated Clone Wars movie that wasn't meant to be a movie, but it exists. Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi. Let's see. And now, I did a review on Force Awakens a while back. Maybe I should do a review someday of Rogue One and The Force Awakens. I'm sorry, The Last Jedi. I know this is the DVD Blu-ray combo pack. I was thinking about getting your standard DVD release, but since I've got this, will be the point. Part of me still wants one, but I don't know. We'll see what happens one day. But yeah, enough about all that. I'm talking. But yeah, what is there to talk about Star Wars? I mean, I guess it must have done something right to expand to create such a big, wide pop culture phenomenon. I mean, there are plenty of, like, of course, memorable characters, storytelling, and just whatever else there is to talk about. But just so many things you can take to talk about. I know the franchise has had its ups and downs, and all that. And of course, I do know there is a lot of disdain for the prequels, and the new Disney era of movies. It's been kind of like, I guess controversial. I guess. I mean, when The Force Awakens came out, people were all excited. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The new Star Wars movie. And once people went out and saw it, people were all excited. Dude, it's so good! It's awesome! It's great! But then once the hype kind of died down a little bit, people started saying, like, "Wait a minute! This movie's almost beat for beat like A New Hope." And I can see where they're coming from, of course. And at the same time, I can also understand why Disney did it. I guess in order to this is what J.J. Abrams had to say, is that the reason why he did it the way he did it was he directed the movie. Is he felt in order to get this movie, this new trilogy off its feet, he felt the need to return to familiar territory and all that. So I think he also wanted to remind people why they love Star Wars to begin with. So I get it. And even though I do understand where fans are coming from, saying, "Hey, New Hope remake," blah blah blah, there are some points that I don't think they don't always talk about, in terms of storytelling. I did it. I talked about it in my review a while back. So I don't know. Just but anyway. And of course, there's these anthology movies are coming out. I know there's Rogue One that came out. There's Solo that's coming out in a few weeks. I've heard, as far as a yet to be titled anthology movie, I've heard something about a Boba Fett movie. But I don't know. Don't think that's gonna happen, or if it does, I don't know when. I know there's an anthology movie set for, I think, 2020. There's also been talks about a potential Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. I know Ewan McGregor, who plays young Obi-Wan in the prequels, he has said that if said movie were ever be made, he'd be totally down for that. So, because I know with the prequels, and say what you will about them, I think most people are in agreement that Ewan McGregor was one of the more positive aspects of those movies. He actually did a good job. Because I think part of why that people feel that way, I know that when he was first cast, he actually went back and did his homework and actually studied many films of the late Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the first 3 movies, the original movie. I'm sorry, and of course, I'm sure he kind of studied the man's acting and all that, and what all he did, especially when it comes to playing Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, yeah, so good for him for actually, doing his homework, all that. So, yeah, so, yeah, there's that. So I guess it would be kind of cool to see him and all that. See him come back one more time, because I think part of why he wants to come back is because he feels that there will be a story to tell as to what happened to him. I think um, uh, between episodes 3 and 4, from his point of view. So I imagine that if that said movie does come out and it's confirmed, yeah, this movie is going to exist, I imagine it'll probably be called Kenobi, a Star Wars story. If you look back and watch Rogue One, it's Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and then Solo, same thing. Solo, a Star Wars story. Yeah. So, although to be fair, I do kind of have to wonder, when it comes to these anthology movies, if they keep on pumping out character piece after character piece after character piece, what's the point of having the expanded universe? Does every character need to have their own movie? And at what point does fan fatigue come into play? I mean, especially since, Rian Johnson, who directed The Last Jedi, he's going to be getting his own trilogy. Two of the guys from Game of Thrones, their names are Benioff and Weiss. Their surnames, mind you. They're going to be getting their own series of movies. I mean, you think that after Episode 9 and the next anthology movie, whichever one that's going to be, that would be it. But then again, it's Disney. They're probably going to milk it for whatever it's worth. So, yeah. And I guess, I don't know. That's kind of my concern. That being said, I'm probably going to go out and see Solo when it does come out. I mean, I'd like to. But for the movies that have come out already, how did I feel about them? Well, as I mentioned, I did review The Force Awakens, so you can go check that out. But long story short, I have said that I enjoyed it, and I've also said the same thing for Rogue One and The Last Jedi. But then again, the experience of going out to the cinema is pretty fun, of course. But then again, it could be a little bit of bias on my part, because as a fan. So it'd be kind of nice to take a step back and just watch them again, and just think about things rather than just being like, "Yep, I enjoyed it. Case closed," And yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. So with me, I like to be one of those guys. I just like to back up my opinion and then just say like, "Oh, I like something. Why? That's just it." But anyway, yeah, I'm sure you might. But I don't know. Have I ever actually met any Star Wars actors? And we're talking about me and my fandom. Kind of, sort of, maybe. The last time I went to a convention, which was AwesomeCon back in 2015. I know George Takei. He did an episode of the Clone Wars, and I met him, of course. Although I was meeting him primarily as a Star Trek fan, and indeed I'm also a fan of Star Trek as well, as I've brought up before. But yeah, there's that, and one of the actors from Star Wars was there. Was actually known for being in Star Wars. Was his name was John Morton. He was with during the Battle of Hoth on and The Empire Strikes Back. He was co-pilot to Luke Skywalker, and he died during said battle. The character, not the actor. He's still kicking, thank God. I mean, while I was waiting to say hi to George Takei, I said hi to him, but I didn't actually go up to his table. And since that, part of me has kind of kicked myself for not doing that. Why didn't I meet him? Yeah, so I've decided that next time I go to a convention, whenever that may be, if a Star Wars actor uh, is present at whatever convention I'm at, um, I would probably go up and meet them. Well, in fact, there was a con that in Baltimore I was thinking about going to. Lando Calrissian was there, Billy D. Williams. But said con didn't happen. I don't think it's going to at this point. Whereas, I don't know. But yeah, I would have met him had this con happened when it was supposed to, which was like late April. Um, that's, so had this con happened like it was supposed to, and had I gone even just for one day, I would have met Lando Calrissian. So, you know, so I sort of met Star Wars actor. Like I said, George Takei, even though he was just in one episode of the Clone Wars, and I also met Rob Paulson, too, a great guy. And apparently, I think he voiced a character, a video game character of Star Wars. That from I can't remember which character for which game. I'll have to look it up later. No, that's about. I'm a little too lazy to do it right now during the stream, during this video, but I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he did is connected to Star Wars a little bit, so there's that. So, yeah, but yeah, and as far as Star Wars, I am subscribed to a few channels here on YouTube who make Star Wars related content. See, I come sub to the Stupendous Wave, Dash Star, Star Wars Explained, Star Wars Theory, yeah, Hello Greedo. So I know I'm sub to them, and there are some channels that even if I'm not sub to them now, I've seen some of their videos. So yeah, so. Well, yeah, but just in general, what is there to say about Star Wars? And especially, what's there to say that hasn't been said already? Well, I mean, it's a powerhouse of a franchise. That much is for certain. So, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. So, yeah. So, so anyway, I guess that's all we really have to say on the matter. And if there's anything else that I can't remember, I'm not thinking of say of now, I'll probably remember it after I'm done with this video. So, but it is what it is, I suppose. So tell me, what do you think? Are you a Star Wars fan? What's your history with it? What do you think? And while we have the discussion, keep on going. If you want to make your own Star Wars video and have a conversation with me on it, or just whatever, or just what do you have to say about it? How do you feel about Star Wars? So I guess drop a comment, make a video response, tell me. So I guess with all that said, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.